How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to one of my favorite places on this good earth. And I truly mean that. I am here at the creek on Arms Family Homestead. Made my way out to Oklahoma to do a little bit of creek fishing, check off a couple of the panfish species for the 2023 species list. But that's not all. Today we're starting right now. It's like 1 o'clock, and we're starting a 24-hour overnight challenge. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I got all my tent stuff set up on top of the hill. We are staying right here at the Arms Family Homestead for the next 24 straight hours, and we are only going to eat what we catch. A 24-hour overnight challenge, eating only what we catch from this creek. So I don't know how this is gonna go, because y'all know your boy likes to eat. I'm telling y'all that right now. So the best thing I can do is go ahead and get a line in the water and see if we can't put something up here that we're gonna be able to get our grub on, because I ain't got no supper. It's already 1 o'clock, I ain't had lunch. I might get hangry. Let's go. And guys, all we need in this creek to throw around is just a little trout slayer, trout magnet kit. It's made, I think, for trout, but these things will absolutely crush the panfish in this creek. If you guys remember back when Sarah and I were out here back in the summer, fall of last year, this is what we were tossing around, and we caught a lot of fish in a short amount of time. Now the trick and the goal is going to be to try to catch a fish big enough to eat, because there are going to be a lot of panfish, which is what we're targeting. We're already on, guys. First cast, one fish, new species, pretty little. This is where I'm gonna struggle, because all these fish kind of elude me a little bit. I'm pretty sure this is a red breast, I think. Maybe a green sunfish. I'll have to check these, and I'll put a title on here of exactly what it is. But look at the colors on that dude, man. He is really pretty. Got a lot of orange and stuff on his tail right there. Nice little catch to start the day on the first cast. So that's what we need, but we need bigger ones. I'm pretty sure that was a red breast or a green sunfish. The colors on his fins were kind of throwing me off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But first cast, hopefully that's not a first, it's not gonna be a, oh, he pulled it. I was gonna say, hopefully that's not a first cast curse, because that wouldn't be good. Guys, the cool thing about this spot is, I mean, obviously, you see the waterfall out in front of us. I mean, there's just something about this place, guys, that's just, it truly is magical. Every time I come here, it's just so peaceful. It's, you know, aside from the water roaring, it's quiet. It's just, man, it just doesn't get much better than being right here. I'm just saying. No, oh, keep pulling the hook. How do you pull the hook on a fish that small? Oh no, we got a fish. That is a baby bluegill. That's definitely a bluegill. It's gonna be, I think that first one, I don't know, guys. Or maybe this is a red ear. I think this is a red-eared sunfish is what we're looking at right here. Pretty sure that that's a little red-eared sunfish. We're gonna catch something we can eat. It's gonna have to get a little bit bigger than what we just caught, or your boy's gonna starve. When you get it in the right spot, guys, it is instant. I mean, instantaneous. Okay, now that's just gonna be just a standard bluegill right there. I do know what that one is. So we already got his 2 new species on the year so far, because that right there is just going, I dropped him, so I didn't get to show him to the camera, but we'll definitely be able to get another one. There's another fish. Okay, this is definitely a green sunfish. So this is gonna be our 3rd new species on the day. I'm pretty sure that one was a long-eared or red-eared sunfish. This one right here is going to be a green sunfish. So I don't think we've caught a red breast yet. I do know there's some in here, but that is just their standard green sunfish right there. What's the things with the really yellow fins?
Green sunfish.
Really?
I mean, their fins will get almost yellow.
It is like completely. That's what it is. So they are green sunfish then. Yep. I mean, I knew that's what I thought maybe they were red-eared sunfish.
No. There's some red ears in there,
Is there?
but not a lot. But most of what you catch is green sunfish.
Gotcha.
What in the world kind of...
Some of us use real, you know, video equipment when we film. I'm like,
I thought we were supposed to just use our iPhone.
Daniel's been filming on an iPhone for years, y'all.
Cameras everywhere.
I do. I got you coming across the creek over there. You're fine.
Well, hang
Wait.
on. Hang on. Hold your hand up.
Caught it.
Got it.
And this was caught on your property.
Well, hey, technically, you're right.
So yeah.
I just thought I better look out for a
Hey,
bait.
I appreciate y'all. My man's coming through because the size of fish we're catching so far, I was gonna go hungry.
Hey.
Actually, there we go.
Look kind of like Houston and Kobe out here.
That's
Ooh,
right.
hey, now that one might be big enough for fillet.
Yeah, we might. Well, I'll just cook him whole.
Well, yeah, cut his head off. And skin
Yeah,
him,
we'll just.
sure.
We got to go with it. I mean, so am I going to catch something bigger than this? Daniel's out here with me. Come over here where I know you're filming too. But am I going to catch anything bigger?
I don't want to bring down your quality of your video.
I think you'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
You'll add looks to it with nothing else. I mean, they're tired of looking at me. So you.
Yeah, there's bigger green sunfish in the creek than that.
So
And there's bigger bluegill too.
So if you guys have seen us fish South Florida, this is very similar to what the fins look like on all the cichlids down in South Florida with that like bright orange.
His are orange, like a lot of them
Yeah.
are just yellow, but
Yeah, that's
I would say they're probably doing that because they're getting ready to spawn and stuff.
maybe.
You know?
Yeah, it probably has
A lot of
something to do with
color
that.
them. But if you hold them out real far, you know, of course that camera's not on. Well, yeah, it is. It's recording.
Yeah,
If
we're
you hold it
gonna.
out real far.
It don't matter. You can no matter how hard you hold it out, it's not gonna fill me up any better.
No.
Like the long arm trick doesn't eat when or work when you're trying to eat them.
No. I mean, it's perfect size.
Earl, man, Earl is all about the fish. He will straight up eat these fish.
He'll snag them from you.
Yeah, the first time I ever fished here, you guys
Here, I don't wanna
remember.
take your fish away
You
from
can toss them, you're fine. I'm gonna catch a bigger one than that to eat. It's fine. I have faith. Earl will try to. Has he ever went in the water after one?
No. Bella would.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember Bella going in like after him hardcore when she was down here. So, in case you guys don't follow along on Daniel's channel, Daniel did lose Bella around a month ago.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys aren't hearing the panting. Yeah, it was one of the things that added to this place though. In all seriousness, like we'd come out, Earl comes down, Bella would come down. She literally would sit. I think she just likes men better than women. I really felt like that.
They're more fun.
Well, she just like Bella, no matter who you were, when you got to
Yeah.
the creek, she would prop right beside your leg, and that's where she was at as long as you wanted to stay there.
The coolest thing about Bella over the years, though, was all the kids that have ever come to the creek. Bella was a water dog for sure.
Yes, for sure.
But anytime a kid jumped in the creek, she was like right there beside them. She'd jump off the dam and she'd swim circles around kids when they were swimming.
Even Sarah, the night when I tossed Sarah in, she fell in. I'm sorry, fell in.
The video I saw, Sarah
fell in.
Yeah.
Bella was right in behind her. She was down here and right in behind Sarah. So I know you guys miss her, and it's definitely weird being here without her running around and panning. And you're so used to that greeting when you walk out the car door.
Definitely a part of the family.
For sure. Just for the video. Guys, we're standing here talking. This is how easy it is to catch fish. Oh, that might be a decent fish, Daniel. Not really. I'm blown away by these colors though, man. I've never caught creek fish with that many colors, guys. I really haven't. Like, that's a bright fish. That's more of like a South Florida cichlid. These bright orange fins, but you're saying that's not common. They're not like this all the time.
They're usually more yellow.
Just,
The
okay.
yellow fin, that orange tips on all of them it's not like that all the time.
Gotcha.
I'll play it up the way
Earl. Earl almost got that one, y'all. Well, and it's just another green sunfish. I'm telling you though, Daniel, they're getting close to eating size now. Like, I haven't had lunch yet, and that's a hand-sized sunfish.
Cole and Jay, Cole be saying that you the slab daddy now.
That's right. That's right. The
Not
slab
quite a
daddy.
crappie, but
Hey,
almost slab.
almost slab green sunfish. Earl, you want to check him out? There you go. Sorry, buddy. I got a jump out of that one, bro.
Yeah, that one's a bass.
Is it? Oh, it is a bass.
You got a smallmouth.
Is it? Are you serious? That's my first
Well, I
smallmouth.
can barely see him. Hang on.
Watch your mouth. Go on now. That is a smallmouth, isn't it? With the red eyes. Y'all.
Yeah, he may be like a...
I don't know what's going on. Are you sure it's not a Coosa bass?
It might. We don't have Coosa bass. That may be... just a Kentucky spotted bass, but he hadn't really developed. Does he have a spot on his tongue? Most of the ones with red eyes here, yeah, that's a spotted bass. They'll get that dark spot on their tongue.
It don't matter to me. It's still a new species either way.
Yeah. Well, you know, smallmouth. Well, he might be like a mixed breed. He might have caught a Heinz 57 fish.
I need to know what he is for my species list, man. Daniel's like giving me mixed signals here.
I think it's a spotted bass. He looked like a smallmouth. The smallmouth get really green colored.
Wait. I know what we can do.
We just asked the audience.
Y'all leave a comment down below and let us know what kind of fish, because y'all are going to anyways.
Yeah.
So no matter what we say, but Daniel thinks it is a spot. It definitely has the characteristics of a spot. I just think maybe its spots haven't come in yet. I could technically eat him because that's actually not bad eating.
Spotted bass is legal to keep. Now, if it was a straight smallmouth, we're on private property here, so we can really kind of do what we want.
Right. I wouldn't keep a smallmouth anyway.
But in a public waterway, smallmouth got to be, in Oklahoma, I think 12 or 14 inches.
All right,
I think. So don't quote me because I don't ever keep them.
I am going to let this one go though, because I feel like I'm going to catch a bigger fish. I think when I go up there, Earl, bro, what is up, man? What do you do? What? Oh, Earl, you almost bit his head off. Don't do that.
Then Ron will have to eat it for sure.
Yeah, if Earl eats his head off, I'm going to have to eat him. No questions asked. Here we go. Oh, guys, that's our fish right there. That's the one we're eating. No question. That's just a straight, decent sized green sunfish right there. That's our eater. We're gonna take him up there, we're gonna fillet him up, and we're gonna eat him. Because I mean, I know he's not the biggest thing in the world, but your boy's hungry, so that's what's up. Oh, that might be a better one. Oh, that right there is going to be maybe another green sunfish. I'm not sure. Not a bluegill. I think it's just another green sunfish with all those colors. That other one might actually be a bluegill. Hang on a minute here. I think one of these fish is a bluegill, and I think one of them's a green sunfish. Yeah, so this is bluegill right here. Through and through. This is a green sunfish. So there's those two fish right there. Green sunfish and bluegill. Y'all check them out. All right, y'all. So we are set up and ready to cook. Got our skillet, got our, I don't know what kind of burner this is, but it is very, very efficient. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just fillet them out. We'll see how big the fillets are on the first one, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what happens. I mean, this is not a terribly small bluegill. I think we're going to be able to get a decent little fillet off of him. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to do just fine with this little guy right here. Okay, definitely not going to be a giant fillet, but it is a fillet, so it's better than nothing. At least we're going to get to eat. What is it they always say? Something is better than nothing. All right, guys, it's probably going to take these all of about 2 seconds to cook because they're so thin and so small, but it's like 4 little fish sticks, basically. All right. Watch out, Earl. All right, now we're gonna turn them. Again, guys, not a ton of meat here, but at least a little bit to try it. And I can say this is definitely going to be the freshest fish we've ever eaten. while this is finishing up, I do want to let you guys know that we are going to hop on the buggy here in just a little bit, and we're going to kind of ride around and see where else we can fish on the property to see if we can't get us something a little bit bigger than this for breakfast in the morning. And then I'm going to show you guys around the campsite. All right, so it doesn't look bad at all, folks. Y'all check it out right there. Got 4 decent little like fish sticks is what they are. We're gonna give it a whirl here and see if we like it. And yeah, I'm cheap. I don't buy plates. When I'm camping, I just eat right out of the skillet. Smells good. It's actually really tasty. They're hot, but tasty. This is definitely gonna do us for dinner. Earl, you're covered in stick tights, bro. All right, we're gonna finish off our dinner, and then we'll be back and jump on the buggy and show you guys around. And as promised, show you guys around camp. I did bring the big tent just because they're calling for some rain tonight, and I don't want to like get wet. And I have a smaller tent, which you guys have seen me use on the channel before. Earl's down here shivering. What's up, Earl? You doing okay, buddy? Come on, we're gonna head to the house. But I brought the big tent. That way, if it does rain, the rain canopy is gonna keep it off. The only time a tent really gets wet is along the walls. My mattress is right in the middle. We're set up right here on the creek dam, so that's pretty cool. Daniel was kind enough to let me borrow a chair. So pretty super simple setup right there. But we're gonna go hop on the buggy, and we are going to go ride around the property and see if we can't find some other places to fish for breakfast in the morning. Let's go. I mean, if we're being honest here, and we're like really considering stuff that we can catch and eat, I mean, there's a perfectly good chicken right there in there with RJ and baby Jay. What's up? This is Jesse, sorry. Hi, Jesse. What you doing, mama? What you doing, baby? But hey, there's some chickens over there. You got Bear. We ain't gonna eat the dog, obviously, but golly, look at the size of those geese. And then we really are going to go on and take it back to the camp. Oh, there he is. And then we're going to take it back to the campsite. Oh, that was a big bluegill, guys. That was a big bluegill. Golly. Golly. I wanted that one. All right. So settled in for the evening inside the tent. They are calling for a little bit of rain tonight, so hoping that doesn't materialize. But if it does, I've got the rain shield over the tent. We should be perfectly fine. We're laid up in the middle of the tent, and that's why I brought the big tent and not the small one. Sometimes water will like seep through the side of a tent, and I just didn't want to deal with like water on my blankets or anything, because I'm actually going to be here for 2 nights. But at 1 o'clock tomorrow, my 24-hour challenge is over, and I can eat whatever I want to. So why am I thinking about food so much? Like, I had those little pieces of bluegill. They were really good. We're gonna get some shut-eye. It is still daylight out, just a little bit. It's like 7:45, 7:50, something like that. It's a long day already, so we're gonna go to bed, get up. First thing first, we're gonna go back to that pond, and we're gonna try to get us a big breakfast meal. Heck yeah. And good morning. Oh, wow. If you ever want a really, really peaceful night's sleep, find you a little waterfall, sleep by it. I probably had the best night of sleep I've ever had in my life. Now, it was a little chilly last night, but I had plenty of blankets, so no issues there. But gonna build me a fire this morning. I did realize last night I forgot to bring coffee. So I don't have a coffee maker to make coffee, so I might have to try to at least swipe some coffee from Daniel. But we're gonna build us a fire, warm up just a little bit, and then we're gonna head back to that pond, and we're gonna see if we can catch us something to cook up from breakfast. Because I'm telling you, those 4 little bitty fish sticks from yesterday, they're long gone. I'm getting ready to take off to the pond, but I did want to show y'all, one, brought all the editing software with us, so we are going to be able to edit while we're on the road. But if you think a piece of ground is level, a lot of people will tell you do the marble test. You don't need to do the marble test. Just blow you up an air mattress and try to sleep on it, and you will know 100% without a shadow of a doubt if ground is level or not. Because I thought this was perfectly level. It's not. But either way, I slept great in my big old twin size air mattress with a headboard. Love that thing. We're gonna fish our way around this whole pond this morning, but I'm gonna start right back here where I was at yesterday, because we were catching some massive bluegill, really decent bass, and I would take either one of those for breakfast. We're gonna do some fun fishing this afternoon for sure, but priority number 1 this morning is food. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna mix the strategy up a little bit. I went ahead and tied a bobber over top of this. I'm not really sure how deep it is out there, but that's gonna allow me to cast a little bit farther, and it's gonna keep me from getting hung up as much. And trust me, I know these challenge videos, these survival challenges, I know I'm not gonna die. We're not trying to like pretend anybody's gonna come out and starve to death in 24 hours, but it's just a matter of coming out here and seeing if you can, you know, only eat what you catch for 24 whole hours. And it's just a lot of fun. It's fun to come out and just see if you can do it. I will tell you guys, I was not expecting it to be as hard as it was. I figured, you know, hey, I mean, I'll catch a fish and I'll eat it and I won't worry about anything else. But when you're eating only fish, it doesn't really do that much to fill you up. So there was definitely a few times when I was tempted to head down to the house last night and eat with Daniel and him, that's for sure. Maybe I should have kept that little fish I caught at the creek when I first got out of bed this morning. This just shows you like how much just a small temperature change can affect fish. Now these fish may have moved to a different spot in the pond. I haven't tried other places, but yesterday when I was right here at this spot, like late in the evening, it was automatic. I was catching fish just, I mean, immediately. And I don't even think I've had a bite so far this morning. So I was just kind of riding the buggy down and checking out the creek bed and came on this fairly deep little hole right here. Just wanted to stop and see if it is holding any kind of fish at all. If nothing else, it's a beautiful spot. You guys can see it's right down. You got the high banks on both sides. Very, very cool little spot here on the creek on Daniel and them's property. It almost feels like the sun's going to come out for the first time in 2 days, so I'm really hoping. But just what a cool spot to be able to come down through here, walk the creek bank, find some deep holes, cast in them. Caught a lot of fish the last few days. I'd definitely like to catch a decent one for breakfast this morning, but either way, we have caught some fish for sure. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. This is the tiniest spotted bass in the history of man ever caught, I think. So we caught a spotted bass yesterday, but this is definitely a spotted bass right here. That's kind of cool to catch just because you know there's more than that in there, but he's not a very big little fella, as you guys can see by the size of my hand right there. Just a tiny little spotted bass. We are not going to be eating him, needless to say. See you, little buddy. Oh, I see them chasing it, guys. They're all just super tiny. I can literally see these little spotted bass chasing this lure. You know, creek fishing is a whole other deal, man. It really is. It's so low stress, low pressure. I mean, you've got just gorgeous scenery in every direction. And you know, you're not going to come out here and like start smashing 4, 5, 6 pound bass. It's just not going to happen. But to be able to come out here and just consistently bend a rod, like I've probably literally caught 50 fish between yesterday and today. Right now we're getting, I think it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. We got about 3 hours left of our 24 hours. But I mean, I really wanted to catch something for breakfast. Now we're moving into more of a situation where I'm trying to catch something for lunch. But it's been so much fun just coming out, walking this creek bed, exploring new waters. And that's a lot of what you're doing when you start creek fishing or you fish these smaller bodies of water like this. You just strap on your boots and you walk down and you just kind of try to find new holes. You try to find new spots that might be holding fish. And at the end of the day, we've been very, very blessed that we've caught a lot of fish in this 24 hours. But honestly, have we not caught nothing, we would still be better for it because of the scenery we got to see the last 2 days. I mean, staying there by the creek dam last night in the tent, I laid down. We still had a little bit of daylight left. Did a little bit of editing. You still, you know, you hear the birds rustling, you hear squirrels, raccoons, whatever's running around in the leaves, and you have that waterfall just rocking right beside you all night. And I mean, probably the most peaceful night of sleep I've ever gotten. I said that when I got out of the tent this morning, but I meant that. It was a very, very peaceful night last night, and this whole trip's been very, very peaceful. It was a great place to come and unwind, and now we just got one goal left, and that's to catch us something that we can cook us up for. I guess we're in brunch hour now. We're at brunch. We're no longer at breakfast, and we're not quite at lunch, so I guess we are at brunch at this point. There we go. He's a little bit bigger, but not much. We sized up just a hair, but still nothing big enough for eating size by any stretch. Another little spotted bass right there. Some people call them Kentucky spotted bass. They've got all kinds of different names, but they are spotted bass. Guys, I can't end this video here. This fish is just not doing it for me. I've got to have something else to eat. There's got to be something else I can catch and eat. What about you? Guys, fresh bacon. Come here, Pepper. No, come here. Don't run. It's okay. Come here, Pepper. Don't run away. It's okay. Pepper, it's okay. Don't run, Pepper. Don't fight it. This is what you're for.
Hey, Ron! Pepper's not food. Jeez.